Hello everybody, this is soyachinchow.com and this is a video review of the Samsung Galaxy Note Edge that's coming soon to Malaysia. The Galaxy Note Edge is a display technology showcase and it was announced alongside with the Galaxy Note 4 during IFA 2014. You can consider this as a Galaxy Note 4 with a curved display, but there are a couple of noticeable differences. First, the display is slightly smaller at 5.6 inches compared to the Galaxy Note 4's 5.7 inch size. However, you get a slightly higher resolution Quad HD display of 2560 by 1600 pixels, and that's inclusive of the extra 160 pixels for the Edge display. For the Malaysian market, the Galaxy Note 4 runs on the in-house developed Exynos Octa-Core 5433 processor, but the Galaxy Note Edge which we're getting here comes with Qualcomm Snapdragon 805 processor with quad cores running at 2.7 GHz. Another hardware difference is the battery. The Galaxy Note Edge gets a removable 3000 mAh capacity unit, which is slightly less than the Galaxy Note 4's 3220 mAh capacity. The rest of the Note Edge is pretty much a Note 4. It comes with 3GB of RAM, 32GB of storage, which you can expand with microSD, a 16MP camera with optical image stabilization, and a front-facing 3.7MP camera that supports wide selfie. Design-wise, it generally looks like a Galaxy Note 4, but the extra Edge display is what sets it apart. You still get an S Pen, a physical home button with a fingerprint scanner, a heart rate and UV scanner, infrared blaster, and a fake leather looking bag, which is also removable. With the screen occupying the right side of the device, the power button is shifted to the top, which makes it a bit more challenging to reach with a single hand. On the left, the volume rocker placement is unchanged, but gets a more simpler design compared to the Note 4. Even the corners of the Galaxy Note Edge are more streamlined without the subtle protruding design that's found on the Galaxy Alpha and Note 4. Overall, the Galaxy Note Edge is shorter and slightly thinner than the Galaxy Note 4, but it's noticeably wider due to its Edge display. So what can you do with the Note Edge? What does it offer over the Galaxy Note 4? Well, for starters, it acts as a secondary display. If you just want to have a peek of what's going on, you can wig the Edge by just swiping left to right repeatedly like this. By default, it shows the time and date along with a glimpse of weather and missed notifications. You can scroll through the various panels by swiping up or down. These panels are actually customizable, and you can add more by downloading it from the Edge settings menu. If the Note Edge is lying on a flat surface, it will display the right orientation vertically bottoms up. When you're holding it or when the display is actually switched on, the orientation switches from top to bottom. While using the Note Edge, the shortcut pane is shown by default, and Samsung has moved its main native shortcuts like the dialer, contacts, messaging, camera and browser on the Edge display. It can show 7 shortcuts at any one time, and you can customize this to your preference. If you swipe from the top, you get quick access to tools like a ruler, stopwatch, timer, torchlight and sound recorder. To bring up settings, just swipe from the bottom upwards. From here, you can get to select which panels to appear. You can download new ones for free. Some of the stuff you can display include showing the latest Twitter trends, weather, health status, and data usage tracker. If you want to kill time during meetings, there are several tiny games that work solely on the Edge panel. For the extra touch of personalization, there's an Express Me panel which is displayed when the device is being locked. From here, you can add your own text and picture with an extra touch of effects as well. At night, the Edge display can also be used as a bedside clock. It can schedule the time for it to be activated. Last but not least, left-handed users will not be left behind, as the Edge can be enabled for 180-degree rotated use. Apart from being an interactive info panel, Samsung has made some changes on the native apps, especially for the Note Edge. While using the device, all incoming calls will be alerted on the Edge display, doing away with unnecessary obstruction, and this is actually quite useful when driving, as you won't have a call blocking your current map navigation. For its S Note application, the toolbar is moved to the right edge, which maximizes the screen for taking notes, compared to the standard Galaxy Note 4, which has a toolbar placed at the top. Meanwhile, its native video player app has display controls and timeline tracker placed on the edge, giving a full view of the video as you rewind or fast forward your video playback. Another major change is the camera app. Compared to the usual on-screen arrangement, Samsung has moved all its settings and shutter button to the Edge panel. As one end is having a sloping curve, it is actually harder to take a shot with a single hand, and we often find ourselves accidentally firing burst mode because of this. In terms of photo and video quality, the Galaxy Note Edge is just as good as the Galaxy Note 4, with a fast focusing 16 megapixel camera and a competent 3.7 megapixel front camera. Does the Edge display get in the way for normal apps? Well, not really. When you're running other applications, the Edge panel minimizes itself onto the sides, unless of course you're on the home screen or if you trigger it by swiping it out. Is it better than the Note 4? Well, the answer is both yes and no. The extra Edge display is cool to look at and is definitely an icebreaker during your meetup with your friends or clients. However, the application isn't quite spot on right now. No doubt Samsung is trying to make the extra 160 pixels as useful as possible, but in certain areas like the camera app, it just doesn't work that well. As a user of smartwatches, we felt that the extra Edge display could offer a similar function, if only it allows us to peek into the full message without actually switching on the entire screen. Performance-wise, while the Note Edge is a competent flagship model, we felt that the Galaxy Note 4 is a better performer. Side by side, the Galaxy Note 4 that's powered by an Octa-Core Exynos processor feels that slightly much more smoother. In terms of battery life for heavy usage, including Waze navigation, the Galaxy Note 4 seems to last a bit longer. The Galaxy Note Edge lasted us about 17 hours of heavy usage with a single charge, and that gave us about 3 hours and a half of on-screen time. As comparison, the Exynos-based Galaxy Note 4 gave us a similar 17 hours as well, but a slightly longer 5 hours of on-screen time. Fortunately, the Galaxy Note Edge comes with fast charging like the Galaxy Note 4, and it does 0 to 50% charge in 30 minutes. Like the Galaxy Note 4, the Note Edge is a stellar productivity tool. The S Pen is much more improved compared to the previous Note models, and there are plenty of touch-rich enhancement that makes multitasking a breeze. The Galaxy Note Edge will be sold in limited quantities in Malaysia in February, and pricing is expected to hover at around the 3,000 ringgit mark. That's all for now, and this is the review of the Galaxy Note Edge. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the comments, and thank you for subscribing to our channel. This is soyachincao.com, and see you guys later.